Hey, what's up, guys? I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. Today is, what is today? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and I am sitting in my office, and I wanted to do a live and put this kind of in the atmosphere for you to go back and watch whenever you got a chance to, or whatever that may be, whatever that may look like. I've been in the midst of putting up new content on mannerisms. What's up, Arian? And putting up new content on my YouTube page. So if you guys have been enjoying it, I appreciate it. A lot of people have had their own opinions and own pods. Hey, love. A lot of people have had their own opinions about it and so forth and so on. So it's okay. You can have your own, and a lot of stuff is my own opinion as well. So again, thank you guys for enjoying the channel, subscribing to the page, I am I'm enjoying doing them. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying doing them just from a male perspective, and I think that the male voice is needed. And even on this live, you can thumb up and do all of that stuff. So I'm learning the lives on here, and I'll be doing more stuff on my YouTube moving forward. But I wanted to just come on real quick to kind of give you probably a convicting perspective for you all that are listening. Thank you. Y'all go follow Brandon. If you follow Mannerisms, go follow Brandon and tell him you watched the video and Pastor AD made it right. All right. But I want to give you a perspective. And this is for those that are in fear. And this is for those that are contemplating one of the biggest decisions of your life. This is for those that are in limbo, and this is for those that are at a crossroads as it pertains to your life, whether you're going to go right or you're going to go left, or you're going to remain still. Because we always, when we hit a crossroads in our life and there's a fork in the road, we'll say, oh, we can go right or we can go left. We got to make a decision. We're going to go right or we're going to go left. But the more time we spend contemplating right or left, we also are choosing to remain still. And that's a decision within itself. And Pastor Hall, I love you, man. I'm calling you today. And we are remaining still. And so that's a decision. So you have three options. You can go right, you can go left, or you can remain still. And what usually happens is we are so fearful that we end up doing nothing, and then still keeps us. But I want to tell you this. On either side of your decision, you're going to grieve. On either side of your decision, you're going to grieve. On either side of your decision, you're going to grieve. And I say that because if you've watched the new mannerisms, I talk about grief, and I talk about the fact that people think that grief is just death, and it's not. Grief is a interruption in any life pattern. So if you are accustomed to going to the same job, driving the same way, driving down the same street, doing the same routine for years, and then you lose that job, you can grieve that job. Not that job was so good, you could grieve the routine that you have been in. When I transitioned from my other organization to this organization, we moved locations, and when we moved locations, I was so accustomed to driving a certain type of way, doing a certain type of thing. I literally had to change the way I drove to break the grief up in my heart. And for those that know, I had a string of deaths. And so I'm still in the process of grief, and never allow people to tell you that you need to hurry up and be over something, or it needs to be over. But grief is an interruption of a pattern, right? So for those of you that are trying to make a decision on what to do, whether you should go or whether you should stay, if you stay, you're going to grieve. And the reason why I say that is that you stay and you're going to grieve the possibility of what could become. You're going to grieve what could have happened. You're going to grieve what possibly could have went down. You're going to grieve your potential. You're going to grieve, I just don't know. Maybe I should have, and maybe I shouldn't have, or maybe I made the right decision, or maybe I didn't. You're going to grieve that. You're going to grieve possibility. If you go, you're going to grieve the normality of what has been. But here is my challenge to you, is that if you're going to grieve something, let it not be what you don't know. If you're going to grieve something, let it be what you have experienced. If we're going to grieve anything, let it be what you have experienced, not what you don't know. This is a simple, very short video just to tell you on either side you're going to grieve. I would much rather grieve what I have already experienced because I already know what that's like. I've already been there and I've already experienced that. I don't want to grieve what could be, what could become, and what I don't know is on the other side of it. The challenge that you're going to be faced with often is in making decisions as it pertains to your life is, what side of grief am I going to stand on? Am I going to stand on the grief of experience that I've already known, or am I going to stand on the grief of the potential of the unknown? Now, the catch is with the other side of it, with the unknown, is that you're like, well, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't turn out the way I want it to? What if things go all bad? Here is the reality. Things could go all bad in the place where you are right now. We should know by this pandemic and by quarantine that nothing is for certain. Nothing. Nothing is secure. Nothing is a surefire thing. And so if you're going to take the risk, now is the time for you to take it. And what I have come to the realization of is that there's really no risk as it pertains to your relationship with God. There's really no risk as it pertains to your relationship with God. So pull people around you, have people in your corner that truly support you. In this time of my life, I am celebrating true and pure motive support. That when people are supporting you, don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. Have people in your corner that legit support you. They don't take away from you. They're not trying to drain your energy. They're not trying to pull your focus. They're trying to make sure that you are laser focused, and that you have the sight of an eagle to look high. To soar high and look as far as you can possibly look, and that they're pushing you to do that. Make sure that your circle and genuine people are around you that want to see you become, and do your very best. And they want nothing more for you than for you to become, and even at the expense of their relationship with you. I have come to the place, I have one of my closest guy friends, man, that he is on the brink of something amazing. And I told him, listen, man, I want to see you do this. And if it's at the cost of us talking for months, man, you still my boy. I'm still going to pray for you. But listen, if you don't text me for months, man, if you don't talk to me for months, I'm perfectly fine. Go and do what you need to do. And a lot of times you need people in your corner, because people love to say, I want what's best for you, until they're no longer best for you. People always say, I want what's best for you, until they're no longer what's best for you. Can you still say that when you're exiting my life? Can you still say, I want what's best for you, and I ain't it? So listen, we ain't got to talk no more. We ain't got to end on a bad note. We ain't got to fight. We ain't got to cuss each other out. I ain't got had nothing negative to say about you. I can peacefully remove myself, because I understand that God has something better for you. We need to understand and move to that level of maturity as it pertains to that. But I'm just telling you that you're going to grieve on either side. And I would much rather grieve what was than to grieve what could have been. Don't shed tears on the possibilities. Shed tears on the resume. I know what that was. That was cool for that season of my life. And if you look back at it, everything wasn't bad. You had some good moments and things were great, but don't you dare shed another tear about the potential and the possibility you could be stepping in. Now is the time for you to step into uncharted territory. And you gotta do whatever it is that it takes for you to do those things. And there'll be people that won't understand. There'll be people that don't grasp. There'll be people that don't like it. There'll be people that are upset about it. And you have to be okay with that. Listen, allow them to be upset, but don't you be upset with you. If you can't, you just aren't wired to please everybody, and that's not your responsibility. And it's also not your responsibility to manage the emotions of other people that of how they manage your truth. So if that's your reality, you don't have the responsibility to manage their emotions about your reality. Live in your reality, be concrete in your reality, and trust God throughout the process. So that's all I wanted to tell you, is that on either side, you're going to grieve. You probably just need to grieve where you have been and not grieve what could become. All right. So I'm challenging you to become everything you need to become. I pray you guys have a great day, and there'll be more videos to come very soon. We got a new mannerisms that's probably going to roll out next week, and be more relationship talk, but with 2 other guests. And then this will be our last relationship kind of talk as it pertains to mannerisms. We're going to get into some brotherhood stuff and get into some more intricate things. And people have been sending questions, and I appreciate that. And Davian has been responding to you guys. But if you guys have questions or topics that you want mannerisms to cover, please send those in. But again, you're going to grieve on either side. You just choose which side you're going to grieve on. And again, man, make sure you subscribe, share the videos, like this right now, like this. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you. I'm going to be doing more content. So be on the lookout. All right.